whiffs. It's been a very flat start here for both bowlers and this crowd. Looking for something to jump on.
What'd you do? Well, the good news for Brian Kretzer is it's a 3-game total pinfall match, not just a 1-game. So no matter what happens, you still have time to rebound and get back into the match.
PA, open frame spare. Here he is in the third.
I know.
Oh, it's going to be a battle today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be a grind out, and primarily for Patrick on that right lane. And we spoke with him last night. We said, you know, you can't play the cheetah pattern like it was meant to be played on lane 24. What are you going to do? He says, well, I've got to find something between like the 9th and 5th board.
Ross takes care of that one. Time now for our Lumber Liquidators Know the Wood, and it's a long one this week.
All week long, the players bowled on cheetah oil pattern on the right lane, 35 feet. They played the outside part of the lane on both the left and right side. And on the left lane throughout the center, the players had to compete on the shark oil pattern. You cannot play the outside part of the lane on the shark oil pattern. You must play in because the amount of oil to the outside part of the lane is so heavy, it's got no chance of finding friction.
Still seeking our first strike of the afternoon. We begin the 4th.
Maybe.
Oh.
God, man.
Both times Patrick Allen said maybe, he left the big 4 and the 4-6-10.
Maybe not.
See right around third arrow. Right through the nose.
And another open frame for PA. A frustrating start for both of our finalists.
Really?
But both are battling and both can't let this get to their heads.
A lot of frames to bowl. Remember, it's not just a 1-game match. So Patrick Allen will figure it out. He'll change equipment, change angles and speed. He'll figure out a way to get to the pocket.
Kretzer leaves the 10.
And this is the difference in the way Brian Kretzer is playing the lanes. Our CATS computer-aided tracking system provided by the Kegel Training Center shows Brian Kretzer playing the 28th board on the left lane and the 5th board on the right lane. It's two. Wow. Yeah, you want to talk about both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. Well, head on over to PBA.com and you can submit your More of What Matters to You fan question of the day. It's brought to you by One A Day. You can direct that question today to Chris Barnes, who will be joining us here in the booth for game number 2. He's the defending champion here in Norwich. So head on over to PBA.com, click on the One A Day logo to submit your fan question of the day. Again, directed to Chris Barnes. Here's Kretzer in the 5th. Still no strikes.
And on that shark oil pattern, let's talk ball speed. Brian Kretzer at around 16 miles an hour on the heavy oil, the shark oil pattern. On the right lane on cheetah, he's throwing it around 19 or 20. So we're really talking two completely different angles and two completely different methods of throwing a bowling ball.
And another open frame. It's almost like our competitors are bowling two completely different games at the same time.
Yeah, that's a good point, because that's exactly what it looks like. And right now, this first game is all about big, giant open frames, 2 big splits for Patrick Allen and 2 missed spares by Brian Kretzer.
Both Allen and Kretzer with 2 open frames. The numbers you're seeing look like my scores last night here. Not a compliment.
Boy, understatement.
Oh my God, baby.
Yes!
Yeah,
Celebrate Norwich! A strike. Finally, the whole crowd exhaled. They've been saving that up for about 15 minutes.
That was a for a one-bagger. Wow.
Oh.
Man.
That's why we have them mic'd up.
PA. Come on, man.
So PA with our first strike, and it comes in the bottom of the fifth.
Come on, man.
Now a one-pin game. 3 games, total pinfall. 2 different oil patterns. Back-to-back jacks. He's just getting greedy now.
Well, he's starting to get warmed up. He's starting to feel it.
The lead at 9 for PA, and when the PBA on ESPN returns, we'll tell you about Brian Kretzer's TV viewing habits last week and how it relates to his TV appearance today. This is the PBA Live on ESPN.